Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant ChessWise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the endgame studies explained, and we are at the 99th position of our topic. We have got this position with white to play. It's a very interesting position. It covers various aspects of king and pawn endgame, mainly the opposition, the race of pawns, queen versus pawn on 7th rank, and some instances of Zugzwang as well. White is a pawn down, and of course he won't be able to win here. So white is looking for a draw in this position. We can see that white has mainly 4 candidate moves. One, he can go kd6 after the b pawn and try to promote his pawn. Second, he can approach this pawn with the move king f6, and he has 2 other moves, king f5 and king f4, which are very logical in order to go towards the black king. After the first kd6, we see that black will just go f5. Now ke5 is of no use, just kg4 and the pawn promotes. So white has to go towards the pawn. kc6, f4, king takes b6, f3, kc7, f2, b6, f1 queen, and the pawn reaches the b7 square. So we have got a standard queen versus pawn on 7th rank position, and this I have considered in full detail in my earlier lessons. I'll try to put the link in the description there. This position is winning for black because the pawn is of knight's file. Whenever there is knight file or the central files with the pawn on 7th rank versus queen, the queen is able to win very easily. Let's look at the move kf6 now. It looks like white is about to take the pawn and rush towards the enemy pawn, grab it and even win the game. But we must say it's a bit of an over expectation, because after king g4, king takes f7, black gets the important opposition, and after the moves ke7, ke5, kd7, kd5, kc7, kc5, the pawn on b5 is lost and the black pawn will win and black wins. Similarly, much worse is king f4, because just it allows kg6, the pawn can be protected. Black will first push the white king down and then go towards the b pawn and surrender his f pawn and promote his b pawn to queen. So the only move that remains is the move king f5. This method which we have chosen is called the elimination method. We look at the moves one by one, and after eliminating the wrong ones, we try to logically justify our candidate move. So king comes to f5, taking opposition, the first logic behind the move. And here we must note that this position is so tricky. There are instances where even white can win the game if black is playing carelessly. Let's say, for instance, black plays kh6, kf6, kh5, kf7, and see the black king was required on f5, but after kg5, ke6, kf4, kd5, kf5, kc6, it is white who is winning the game. The position is much trickier than what it looks at first. Of course, black has to play the move king h4. Now again, king f6 would allow kg4, so white sticks to his plan of going king f4. This is the basic idea in this position. White constantly tries to remain on the f5, taking opposition and not allowing the black king to go towards the b pawn. And the second thing which reoccurs is whenever black pushes the f pawn, in most cases he turns out to be in a losing position. Let's say again, for instance, here f6, then king f5. We see that after kg3, king f6, king f4, see the opposition has now taken place on the 4th and 6th rank. Means when kc6 comes, black will not be able to hold the b pawn, but white will take the b pawn and at the same time protects his own pawn. In this position, even if black to play or white to play, whoever has the move, see white gains the opposition. So and the pawn on b5 is lost. If kh5, then again kf5, so it is just drawn. So black plays again kh3. Idea is simple. If we try to go now kf5, now the king will go to g3 and the white king will have to travel more to take the f pawn, and the black king meanwhile will attack the b pawn and win the game. So this is again losing for white. See, after kf6, kf4, kf7, ke5, and black wins. King f3 again. White is compelled to move this way. Let's see if black is able to take any advantage. Again see, after f6, king f4, the black king is unable to free himself. kg2, kf5, kf3, kf6. Again same story, ke4, ke6, kd4, kd6, kc4, kc6 and white wins. So kh2 forced and again kf4 will allow kg2. So white goes king f2. This is the whole logical point in this case. Black is trying to create a Zugzwang on the white king, but he is not successful. Now instead of just repeating the position with the move king h3, black can here try the move f6. He has pulled the white king down and now he is trying to gain opposition. But here too white has only one way of holding the game. He has to go king f3. Of course kf1 allows kg3 and now king comes to g1. This time black is trying to manage the distance properly. So by the time king goes to f6, we will see the black king will reach d4 and win the game. Now white goes king f4. Very nice and elegant, we must say. The first trap that he is setting up here is, if black tries to win by kg2, thinking that king d5, f5, kc6, f4 and winning b6, then again we get the same position, queen versus pawn on 7th rank. But here white ends up winning after the move king f5, when after king f3, king takes f6, ke4, ke6. Again we can see that black has been tricked nicely in the position. Means black has to go with the move king f1 here. The idea is simple. If king f5 now, then ke2. The black king reaches the b pawn first. But now, forcing the king f1 has snatched one move from the black pawn. The black pawn would be queening. Now comes kd5. And here we see that if ke2 or f5, in both cases, king c6, f4, king takes b6, f3, kc7, f2, b6, ke2, b7, f1 queens, b8 queens, and the game is drawn. So basically black can either go for this line or he can move his king on h2 and h3 and allow white to draw the game. But black should definitely try this line because ke4 is the only move. It looks like kf4 and e4, they do the same thing, but from e4 king can go to d5 quickly. But now after king f4, now comes kf1, and now we see that after the move king f5, ke2, kf6, kd3, ke5, kc4. White king is falling couple of moves short in reaching the b3 square, and thus here white loses. So I would say this is one of the tricky positions which I have seen, and it was very interesting I felt. I hope you will also like this lesson. Thanks for your time.